Uh, Terminology service, the name were brought up so many times. It's a place that you can look up ontologies and terminologies. In last year, we mainly focused on to improve the experience in using a terminology service by supporting more lookup features and also personalize the content uh, for users in both lookup and curation process. So the first feature we introduced last year was user-defined collections. So until now, if you go to TIB terminology service, we have some predefined collections, like for instance, Nfdi4Chem is one of them that we created a curated list of ontologies for Chem. But this feature here, you can define as a user a collection for yourself, basically, that includes a couple of ontologies as you wish in your profile. For instance, this collection as an example has VIPSO and CHMO inside. And then you can narrow down the entire content of a terminology service to your custom collections. And if you do that, for instance, and you search, and this is my collection enabled globally, everything gets narrowed down to your collection. Like in this case, if you search for the word assay, term assay, and you only see the result that belongs to your selected collection, which is in this case includes CHMO and VIPSO. The second feature was advanced search. So the advanced search parameters are already supported by OLS API, but we added on top of that the way that you can define the advanced search parameters, for instance, searching in one subtree, and then persistent them in your profile that you can load anytime you like later. For instance, in this case, I have only one settings for my advanced search with these parameters. You can have multiple, and on each task you can enable one of them and then use it as your extra parameter for the current search. The next feature we worked on is ontology suggestion. So until now, it was the case that you had to go to, like in Chem, help desk, and then send us the ontology that you like to see in our terminology service. But now we added a feature that inside terminology service, you can suggest an ontology to be hosted on our terminology service. And on top of that, we added a shape test that gives you the immediate feedback. What are the core metadata which is missing from your ontology, and you can use them to improve the quality of your ontology. For instance, if you fill in this form and give us the Perl, we test it on the fly based on the shackle shape, and then we give you feedback like this. For instance, these red boxes are the messages, and this is blue. This one is the fields are basically the missing metadata. That it's good to have them. It's not mandatory to provide this metadata. You can just skip this step and just give us the ontology. But it would be nice if you know the field, you can give us the metadata that will increase the quality of your terminology. And then on the last step, we just give us your email that we inform you via email about our decision, and also a short reason why should we host this ontology in our system. And in the end, we also added a contact form in our terminology service. Doesn't need registration. You can use that and give us feedback, or if you encounter any problem, report it to us and we take care of it as soon as possible. Yeah. Thank you.